Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Entertainment Brick Show. Today we are talking Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con 2022 basically ended, or technically ended on Sunday, but really it ended on Saturday, because that was like the big day, and nothing really happened Sunday. There was nothing that was very interesting that came out on Sunday for me to take a look at. So it was mostly Saturday was where all the good stuff was at, and I'm here to kind of do a recap slash talk about the things that I'm most interested in that came from San Diego Comic-Con. And there is a lot. There's a lot of Marvel, huge Marvel panel, huge Marvel announcements and things like that. There's a little DC, and also a few other things that I don't think I've really talked about that I'm like a big fan of, or not a big fan of, but just kind of like a fan I watch, whatever it is. So yeah, I guess we'll get into the first thing. I'm going to separate this by category of, whatever it is, Marvel, DC, and also by day and time when it was released. So it's kind of, a little bit better to understand or easier to organize as we go through the video here. So let's get started. So let's start with I think it was either Thursday or Friday. I don't think I actually got anything from Thursday that was really interesting to me. But anyways, we'll start with the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power new Amazon show coming out in, I think, September, I think it was. There was a new trailer for that. And, there's nothing too crazy. I'm sort of a Lord of the Rings fan and Hobbit fan. I've seen the movies. I enjoy the movies. I've played the Lego games of them, and they're, generally pretty fun. Although, actually, I want to replay Lord of the Rings, but I don't have a copy of it yet. I'll have to get another copy. But anyways, Rings of Power, new trailer was shown. Looked pretty okay, pretty alright. I know it's sort of, kind of connected to the books, or so, I don't know, very weird canon with this show. But basically, the only reason I really put this on the list here was to say that LEGO should make sets off of it and do what they're doing with Indiana Jones and going back through Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and also with this new show and making LEGO sets off it. Because I know LEGO Lord of the Rings is really, really wanted in the LEGO community to return because there's just so many great things that they could do now and so many updated sets that they could do. It would just be incredible. I am, in fact, one of those fans. I would love to see some Lord of the Rings sets come back in, 2023, whatever. And I think this could probably be a great segue to that. You have your brand new piece of content from Lord of the Rings, and then, you make sets off of that. Then you also go back through the old content of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and make sets off of that. And I think it would just work perfectly. I think it would be amazing if that happened. But so far this year, and I'm very confident to say this year, we will not be getting any Lord of the Rings related sets. I feel like we would already have had information on those at this point. So I would say, fingers crossed for next year, late next year, but might not be an actual thing that's happening. Anyways, that was just a little, Lord of the Rings thing I wanted to talk about really, really quick. Next up on the list here of topics is Multiversus, a topic that I've only talked about once, I think, in one video, and I've been meaning to do like an update to it, at some point, but I never got around to it, and now I'm kind of here to do that update, because of course there was the open beta that came out, and then also, or no, not open beta, it was, I think it was some sort of beta. I don't know if it was the open beta, though, because I think, I don't know how it works, but anyways, point is, that game is coming out July 26th, which at the time of this recording is tomorrow, so I'm hopefully going to be able to play that. I don't know if I'm going to make videos or live stream it. I might, do a little bit before I live stream, kind of, get leveled up or something like that, but I'm super duper excited for that game to come out, and Multiversus also had, I think a very small panel at Comic-Con this year, and they announced, LeBron James as one of their characters, because apparently he's a WB property from, what was it? Oh no, what was that movie called? I always forget this movie for some reason. Space Jam. He was in Space Jam, so he's a WB property, technically. And, yeah, LeBron James in the game. And there was a whole gameplay trailer and everything. Very, very, silly choice of a character, I would say, personally. But, if you're a LeBron James fan, or if you're a basketball fan, maybe you'll enjoy it a lot. Then they also announced, basically, the Season 1 of the main battle pass of the game, I think it was. And that includes that, it's starting, on August 9th, and that includes Rick and Morty, which would be really cool. Both separate characters to play as, which is super exciting. And yeah, I mean, there's obviously been previous news. There was the Iron Giant was revealed. Velma was added to the game. All these things, all very old things at this point. I just wanted to, talk about all the Multiversus stuff because I'm really excited about it. And I've been keeping up with all the news. I just haven't made videos on it. I haven't got around to it. But yeah, July 26th. Can't wait. Can't wait for tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna be playing some of that game, just trying to like grind away at getting some extras and leveling up my guys. Fingers crossed. I want to main an Adventure Time character, but I don't know if they're gonna be of my like kind of play style for the game. Fingers crossed, I'm able to main Jake. I really enjoy his moves and stuff because I would love to have an Adventure Time character as like my main in that game. But yeah, that was mainly it for the Multiversus side there. Next up, we got Marvel Animation, which I think was a Friday panel. The Marvel Animation so far, which was just one season of What If, not been the strongest personally. I would say I'm not crazy about What If. I wasn't too into that show really, but it was fine. It was fine. I enjoyed kind of like talking about it and stuff, but nothing crazy from it. But for Marvel Animation, we actually have an animated project, technically an animated project that's coming up pretty quickly. On August 10th, we have Baby Groot, the Baby Groot show. I Am Groot, which will be nice. I might cover it. I think it's like 5 little short episodes, just kind of like a random adventure with Groot, just a Baby Groot that is. And season 2, I believe, is also already confirmed for that show, even though it hasn't even come out yet, and we don't even know if it's good or not. I mean, it's gonna be Baby Groot. Everybody loves Baby Groot, so yeah, I might cover that. Depends on if I'm doing another video that I'd rather do on August 10th, but we'll see. Next, we have a new Spider-Man show, Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is coming out 2024, and there was a lot of cool stuff for that, and also season 2 is confirmed for that show as well. It showed like Peter Parker, a lot of the students at his high school, or high school, right? I think he was in high school. I don't remember now. I'm forgetting the plot for some reason, even though I already had it memorized before this video. Anyways, they showed off some really cool looking villain designs, some different suits for Peter and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's going to probably be to like sell merchandise and stuff like that, which is fine, but I'm also pretty excited for the show, to be honest with you. I think I'm definitely going to cover that one in 2024, although that is years away, so we'll have to see, I guess. But yeah, it looked pretty good. I think if they made Lego sets off of it, that would be incredible. I might buy Lego Marvel. I'm kind of considering buying some Lego Marvel with the stuff coming up, and hopefully in recent couple years down the line. Hopefully sooner. It feels like sooner rather than later, but we'll see. And then they also confirmed that Daredevil is going to be in this show, voiced by Charlie Cox, who of course did live-action Daredevil from the Netflix series, and I love that show so much. There's another Daredevil project that's coming up that I want to talk about a little later on in the video that I am insanely excited for. But yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. And then they also showed off Doctor Strange, things like that. Just really cool stuff from this Spider-Man show. Very excited to see it in 2024, but again, that's 2024. We got a while to go. Next up, we have X-Men 97. Very also excited for this show. That's coming out in 2023, I believe it said. And there was also a lot of stuff revealed for this. Showed off, your X-Men team. Showed off some X-Men members that are joining the team that weren't maybe not in the original show. Showed off Magneto. Showed off some of the villains. Really great stuff from this show all around. I think they showed off the design for the Sentinel, which was really cool as well. And now, season 2 is also confirmed for this show as well. And I am now putting X-Men 92 to 96 on my list, because I still haven't watched that show. It's been on my list forever. I kind of moved it up a little bit, because I want to be prepared for X-Men 97. But yeah, also going to try and cover this show. I think this will be a really fun show to watch and kind of get involved and engulfed with the X-Men. Very exciting there. Then we also have some more news on What If. What If Season 2 is coming out early 2023, and Season 3 has also been completely confirmed. Other than that, nothing too crazy, except for some of the stories I think were revealed. They're going to do another Captain Carter story. They're doing an Odin versus Mandarin story, and then also a Hela story, so a few Thor-related stories. And then also, there was one more. And they're also going to do the Sakaar, Iron Man, and Gamora, which... very weird situation with that one. But anyways, yeah, pretty exciting stuff for What If, but, I'm still not crazy about that show. Then we also have Marvel Zombies, which of course is going to be a show based off that one episode in What If, the Zombies episode. That comes out 2024. Seems alright. Not crazy too much about it. It's going to be TVMA. It's going to be like rated R, but TV, which is kind of exciting for blood and gore. I'm kind of excited to see that. And I'll probably cover it. I'll maybe cover it. I'm going to try and cover the Marvel animated shows, I think. And depending, I guess, how busy I am at that point with videos and other topics to talk about. But yeah, Marvel Zombies, it showed off some of, like, the main heroes. It's going to be a lot of, like, Phase 4 characters as, like, the heroes, and then most of your zombied villains are going to be all, like, from previous phases. So I guess we'll see if that ends up being any good, but not too confident with Marvel Zombies, to be honest with you. And that was all of our Marvel animation. Now we'll move on to... Oh, I have a little side note here. Let's move on to this. So here I have a really quick side note for you guys, because I'm actually a bit of a Walking Dead fan. Little bit. That's like the one show on TV that I do end up watching, popping on the TV. Because it's good. I remember over COVID I ended up binging the original Walking Dead series, and now I'm kind of in the loop here with Walking Dead, and I continue to watch it. So if there's any Walking Dead fans out there that are interested, there was a season 11 final episodes trailer, which was cool. Also a Tales of the Walking Dead spin-off show, which is coming out August 14th. Pretty close, honestly. And there was a little trailer for that. That looks pretty good. Nice anthology series. Terry Crews is in it also, which I thought was funny. And then also, I forget the guy who plays A-Train in The Boys. I forget that actor's name. It is completely escaping me. But he's also in that series. That's pretty exciting. Very excited there. And then they announced a Michonne and Rick TV show. That's going to be incredible. Cannot wait for that. And then also Isle of the Dead, which is the Negan and Maggie show, is also filming like right now, which is pretty cool. That's all exciting stuff. Lots of Walking Dead information from this Comic-Con, which is really exciting. And, lots of good spin-off shows. So I just wanted to do that little side note there if there's any Walking Dead people out there watching. Now we are moving on to DC here. And DC, there wasn't much, but there was, it was like just stuff to kind of round out the year of 2022, which was fine. It was fine. It was an okay panel for what, DC has in the pipeline currently. So there was a Shazam Fury of the Gods trailer. Doesn't look bad. I wasn't crazy about the first Shazam, but this one looks pretty good. No Lego probably. No Lego sets probably, because for some reason they just won't make sets. Because, I don't know. I think the sets would be here by now if they were making sets, unless they're waiting till like maybe January of 2023. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Lego and DC these days, but yeah, that's kind of the deal there. Then there was also a Black Adam second trailer for that. Looks even better than the first trailer. I'm actually pretty excited for Black Adam, to be honest with you. Yeah, and of course no Lego off that either, because, I think there would already be sets based off of that movie if they were in fact going to do Lego off of it, but who knows? Maybe down the line they're going to make some sets. They're going to go back into some of the old DC movies and make sets off of them. Fingers crossed that does happen, because I would love a Black Adam minifigure as well as the Justice Society. But, yeah, the movie looks great. Very excited for Black Adam. Shazam, I'm excited for it. We'll see how it goes. But I think that one will also be pretty good. And that's coming out, I think, like Christmas time, 2020, this year. So that's very exciting. And yeah, that was really it for DC. But now let's move on to Marvel, because Marvel is huge this San Diego Comic-Con this year. Now we are moving on to the Marvel panel. Insane Marvel panel, might I add, for the Multiverse Saga, the new trademarked Phase 4 through 6 Multiverse Saga. And I gotta tell you guys, I might be buying some Lego Marvel in the future. In the future, not any of the past stuff, but in the future, I might be picking up some Lego Marvel sets. Depends on what they make sets off of. But I divided this up into like the actual phases that were kind of talked about, which is Phase 4 through 6. So we'll start with Phase 4, kind of the Phase 4 information. There was a She-Hulk trailer, new one, August 17th. That's coming up very, very quickly. And I wasn't too excited for the show, to be honest with you. I mean, She-Hulk's a cool character, but I just wasn't kind of feeling the show. But, after watching that trailer, oh man, there's going to be some really cool stuff in here. They showed Wong. Wong's going to be in the show. And also, the big reveal for me, the biggest thing for me, was Daredevil. Now, he's wearing his yellow comic suit, which I think is fine for She-Hulk. It's fine for now, and kind of like the other appearances that he makes in other shows and stuff. That's okay with me. But for his actual little spoilers for what's coming up next that we're going to talk about here, in his actual Daredevil show, he better be wearing a red suit. He better be wearing his regular red suit. I don't want no yellow suit. But for now, that's fine. That's okay. That's fine. Also, they showed off a trailer for Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2. Looks very good. Looks very serious. Not, I know Phase 4 has been a lot of jokes and just joke after joke after joke. I don't think this movie's going to be like that, and I appreciate that. Of course, Chadwick Boseman had passed away. Very, very sad. And I think this movie's going to be good, and it's going to be respectful to Chadwick Boseman and to, his legacy as Black Panther, because, of course, he is the Black Panther. But now that mantle's going to be passed down to obviously a new character, not a new character, but someone who was close to Black Panther, to T'Challa. Most likely Shuri, I believe. There was a little tease at the end of the Black Panther suit, and I believe it's probably gonna be Shuri who dons the suit just like the comics. But this movie looks very good. I'm very excited for this movie. I think it's gonna be a very emotional movie. Very 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 strong movie to probably watch, I think, because it looks like there's a lot of emotion going around, not only for T'Challa, like actually from the movie, but also, of course, Chadwick Boseman, the actor, just so much emotion, so much grief, and I think this movie is going to really handle that well, and I'm very, very excited for this movie. Absolutely loved the first Black Panther movie. It was easily one of my favorite Marvel movies of all time, and I think this one's going to be no exception. I think this one's going to be right up there, being, just an absolutely stellar movie with so much heart and so much respect for not only T'Challa and Black Panther, but also Chadwick Boseman as well. So, yeah, that's the Phase 4 kind of part of the Marvel section here, but very excited for the Phase 4 projects coming up. Now we'll move on to Phase 5 and Phase 6, because there is some wild stuff there. For Phase 5, we have the entire mapped out Phase 5 with all the projects and the dates for those projects. So let's start with the first project in Phase 5, which is starting the 2023. Beginning of 2023 is when Phase 5 starts, because Phase 4 ends with Wakanda Forever, and Phase 5 begins with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumanium. Now, I am not an Ant-Man and the Wasp fan at all. I did not like that movie at all. This one, on the other hand, though, we have Kang the Conqueror confirmed to be in the movie, and also MODOK as, I believe, the villain of the movie. That is exciting. That's going to be awesome. February 17th, 2023. I am pretty excited for that movie, and I'm glad that that's kicking off Phase 5, because I feel like this could be a really big movie. Now we are moving on to Secret Invasion, which is going to be a Disney Plus show. Spring 2023, Maria Hill has been confirmed, and no official release date, just spring 2023. That is also going to be very exciting. I cannot wait for that. A lot of Nick Fury, a lot of Maria Hill, and also, oh no, what's her name? She's from Game of Thrones. I don't remember the actress' name. It's completely blanking on me, but she is in that show from Game of Thrones. I don't remember. Anyways, moving on. Next, we have Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3, May 5th, 2023. From what I'm hearing, it's going to be a lot of, or not a lot, but some main members' deaths. Some main members of the Guardians are going to die. And also, we got a reveal that High Evolutionary is going to be in the movie. Very, very excited for that. The actor who was also in Peacemaker, he played Myrn in Peacemaker, is playing High Evolutionary, and I think that is a really great choice. I'm very excited to see High Evolutionary in the movie, and I'm very excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, especially because that's going to kind of close out the Guardians in the MCU. So, there is that. Next, we have Echo, which is going to be summer 2023. Of course, Daredevil and Wilson Fisk are going to be in that show. That's probably going to be like where we're going to see most of our Daredevil before his actual show coming up. But I'm pretty excited for Echo, to be honest with you. I think that'll be a really nice little, maybe probably most likely 6-episode show just for the summer to kind of like hold us over a little bit. I think that'll be exciting. Then we also have Loki Season 2, which I do know is filming. I've seen some of like the set photos and things like that. And that is going to be summer 2023 as well. Very, very excited for that. I loved Loki Season 1. That was my favorite Marvel TV show so far. And I hope Season 2 lives up to Season 1, just like it, just keeping that same hype and how good it was. So, next we have July 28th, 2023, The Marvels, which of course is going to be the Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel show. I thought the Miss Marvel show was pretty alright. I love the family element of it, a lot of the family stuff, and I hope that translates well into this movie as well. And seeing Captain Marvel will be cool. So yeah, I'm generally pretty excited for this movie. But yeah, nothing crazy for that one. Next, we have Blade. Very excited for that as well. We got a little sneak preview of him in the Eternals end credit scene. But yeah, Blade, November 3rd, 2023. That'll be really cool, although I don't know much about it. Next, we have Ironheart in fall 2023. And the character, I forget what the alter ego of Ironheart is, but I think the actress name is Riri Williams, if I'm not mistaken. But that character is going to be introduced in Wakanda Forever. That is going to be very exciting as well. Very excited to see Ironheart introduced in that movie, and then also, of course, continuing on with her own show. So we'll see how that goes, of course, in fall. What was I said? Fall 2023. Very excited. Next, we have Agatha, and the Agatha show changed the title. The title changed to Agatha Coven of Chaos instead of Agatha. What was it? House of Harkness, I think it was called. Now it's Coven of Chaos. I think this is where we see Scarlet Witch show up next. That'll be really cool. And of course, Agatha is going to be in the show. Is going to be her show, of course. 2023 and 2024. It said kind of like the winter time there. Yeah, I don't know about this one, to be honest with you. I think it's just going to be another show about the mystic kind of side of Marvel. I don't know. It'll be fine, I think. I didn't know. I'm surprised that Agatha, of all people, got her own show. But, hey, she was kind of probably a fan favorite after that Agatha All Along song. But anyways, Coven of Chaos, we'll see how that one goes. I'm not too excited for that at all, but we'll see. Then we have the big one. This is my favorite announcement of the Marvel panel and probably the entirety of SDCC 2022. That is that we are getting a new Daredevil show, Daredevil Born Again, starting spring 2024. And, the actors confirmed for it so far are, of course, Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock / Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson Fisk, and I am so sorry to Vanessa's actress. I don't want to butcher it, so I'm not going to say it, but Vanessa from the Netflix Daredevil show is also returning for this new one. And yeah, that's insane. I am so excited. It's going to be an 18-episode show. That is wild. 18 episodes. That is probably the biggest Disney Plus show, original Disney Plus show on the site. Because, wow, 18 episodes, that's crazy. So excited for that. And I think that show, I hope it has the same vibe as the Netflix Daredevil show. Because that whole Netflix show was incredible. Just amazing. And I hope this kind of continues that legacy almost. So, yeah, Daredevil Born Again, cannot wait for it. Cannot wait for that show. And now we'll move on to Captain America 4, which is going to be called New World Order, May 3rd, 2024. That'll be pretty exciting. Can't wait to see Sam Wilson donning the shield in the Captain America suit. Very excited for that movie. Then we also end out Phase 5 with the Thunderbolts, which is coming out July 26, 2024. And there you go. That ends Phase 5. Not too much to say about the Thunderbolts. I don't know an insane amount about them. I know Baron Zemo is a part of it. Probably John Walker, Captain America, is going to be a part of it, as well as Val. And yeah, just, that whole group there. So that'll be exciting. We'd love to see them in their own movie. But yeah, now we'll move on to Phase 6. So here we have the final phase, kind of a little bit of information revealed about it for San Diego Comic-Con 2022. I think there's going to be way more information at D23, which is September, I think, of this year. So we'll get a lot more information, hopefully about castings, directors, maybe even some trailers for upcoming projects. Maybe a trailer for Ant-Man. That'll be pretty cool to see at D23. That rhymed. And then, so we'll get into Phase 6 here. So they revealed the beginning of Phase 6, which is going to be Fantastic Four. Very excited for that. John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. I don't know who else is going to be playing the other members, but we'll see. And also the villain, who knows. And that is going to come out November 8th, 2024. Very excited. Then we also see that Phase 6 is going to end with not one, but two Avengers movies. Avengers Kang Dynasty, releasing May 2nd, 2025, and then also Avengers Secret Wars, which is releasing November 7th, 2025. Two Avengers movies in 1 year. Very excited. Cannot wait for these Avengers movies. The Avengers movies are amazing. I like that they're kind of doing this thing where every like kind of saga of the Marvel Universe will end with like an Avengers movie or two. That's incredible. Again, cannot wait for these movies. Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. I think that's gonna be so incredible with all these new heroes. All these, yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Very excited. But that's obviously not just it for Phase 6. Of course, there's going to be a bunch of stuff in between these films that'll probably be revealed at D23 this September. Maybe some of them, maybe all of them, who knows. But there is, in fact, like a full-blown Phase 6 prepared that, again, is going to end with the Avengers movies, with, shows, with movies. And they have dates for everything, I think, but obviously not the actual project shown. So, we'll have to wait and see for that stuff. But they gave us enough here. They gave us, the remainder of Phase 4 with the trailers for those as well. All of Phase 5, which, oh my god, that Daredevil project, cannot wait for. And also the beginning and end of Phase 6. So, there you have it for the entirety of the Marvel panel. Quite the panel. Quite the panel indeed. So, yeah, now we'll move on to like the final little thing, and then we'll close out the video here, because I've been going for a little bit now. I would have had this video come out Sunday, but I wanted to wait, because I know that the Lego panel was shifted back to Sunday. I think it was supposed to be on Saturday, but ended up being on Sunday. And I wanted to wait for the Lego panel to see if there's anything cool that was revealed. Spoiler alert, there was not. There was literally nothing. They announced that the Ninjago show, the season 15, I think, is going to be the final season of Ninjago, and then in 2023, they're going to do a new show, still titled Ninjago, with different characters. And it's basically kind of like a reboot, but completely different. I don't know how it's gonna work, but yeah, there is that. Literally, again, barely anything about on the Lego side for San Diego Comic-Con 2022, except for some information on Ninjago, and that's about it. So all you Ninjago fans out there, enjoy. But I am little disappointed personally. And there you all have it. That was San Diego Comic-Con 2022. All the panels I kind of wanted to chat about, and all the panels that, I was most interested in. There were still loads of other things that came out, at Comic-Con this year, but nothing that I was too interested in personally. So, yeah, there you guys have it. That was everything. That was me giving my thoughts on it all. So, if you enjoyed that video, of course, do the common YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.